Today we have Slime Rancher's Smoke Spot tier list. It was originally going to be a platinuming DMC 3 video. Got pretty humbled, still have a good amount of trophies left over, so shooting for that to be on Thursday's video. Gonna try not to waste too much time, gonna hop straight into the video. Got the J rolled, drinking a beer, and cheers. Starting off, so for the ranch area, it's pretty chill, nothing too crazy. It's pretty dry, looks like it would be pretty hot, but luckily we're right next to the ocean, so it's not too bad. I'm sure we get a nice little breeze. Now out of this whole section, I think I'll definitely be down here. It just, you got the ocean view, and right next to that you have that nice little pond with the waterfall. And just like I say in a lot of videos, I'm a sucker for smoking next to an ocean or a waterfall. After seeing a lot of spots that are just ocean views, I don't know if I'd really say it takes away to have the ocean view pretty consistently, so it does get a little repetitive. So that spot's nice. Coming over here, another really good spot. I like smoking in caves, not that I've done it IRL, but it's gotta be cool in here. You're in the shade, and I don't know, something about the atmosphere, especially with the water dripping down and the water being underneath, you can see through the planks. Really sick spot right here. So out of the spots for the ranches, I would definitely say that spot with the little pond and the waterfall, I would definitely be smoking there. Overall, I would probably give the ranch area, I think, an easy A. You have the cave, which is really nice. You have that pond area. Almost everywhere has a little ocean view. You have the open area where the hens and the chickens were. That spot's pretty chill. But it is pretty dry, and I feel like that's one thing that kind of keeps it down is probably the heat, which goes through a lot of these places. After that, you walk down the path that leads from the more open area from your ranch, and it's extremely dry over here, just like I was saying earlier. Now, there's not too many shade spots. Now, this one is in the area, so 10 out of 10. I think I'd be posted up here. You got the water, you got the shade, and it just looks like an all-around nice spot. Now, this is what I'm talking about, a really dry area, just a lot of sand, not much going on. You do have this little cave. Now, this is pretty nice, you know, put in mind bringing a homie hotbox in here. This could be pretty ideal. Coming over here, so every little area has a couple of dangerous paths, and this just happens to be one of them. Definitely would be posted up here. I mean, we got the heat and we got these who's mad as hell. I'm straight chilling off that. I don't need the fade. That wraps up that area. I forgot the names of the area. I'll just try to pull them up afterwards. Right here we have another dangerous area. Nothing popped up. Some spots only have mobs that pop up during the nighttime. There's a certain slime that can only be out during night. That's why sometimes you can walk by the dangerous areas and have nothing happen. They only pop out during the night. Now, coming over here to the mossy, it's not mossy grove, I forgot the name of this one too. I forgot the name of all of them, I'll keep up with you right now. But this one is extremely nice. I mean, with the other place, my only complaint was really there being no shade and it just being all sand and dirt. Over here, boom, the grass, you got the mossy trees, bunch of shade, beautiful flowers, even more water ponds. Like, this is an easy A. I do complain about the heat a good amount, and you have these little lava guys, but hey, you know, as long as they're like 10 feet away from me, I ain't got nothing to complain about. And just like I stated before, the dangerous areas. Now, for these guys, even though they're dangerous, they are still extremely cute. Like, they're kind of like cats, invisible cats, mixed with, I want to say it's some are honey, some are the lava ones. I love the honey guys. The honey guys are really cute. Even though it's dangerous, as long as I had a jetpack to get around and it's like fully maxed out, so I don't got to worry about falling off into the water or the ocean, whatever it's called, it wouldn't be too bad, especially traversing. Like, it's way too tedious to actually just walk around all this stuff, and jumps like this, you wouldn't be able to make it. But I really like the mushrooms. This spot, I think it definitely an easy A. I almost want to say S, because you know what? We also had some pogo fruits. We had some pogo fruits, and I believe they also have like a strawberry cube fruit out there, and I could probably fuck that shit up. Now we come over here, a really nice little cave. This spot alone, probably a solid A. Maybe being a little too generous, I can drop it down to a B. You got those angry guys. You got those little angry guys, but honestly, they're just hungry. They're pretty chill guys. Give them some food. I mean, hey, you know, they might just have the munchies. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they're just so mad. For the whole cave-ish area, honestly, it's really nice. The slimes aren't as cute as the previous areas with the cat and the honey guys, but still not too bad. Okay, you know, maybe I take that back. Okay, I think I would put this in a B only because we have the lava guys, which is a good amount of them, which I know they're in the last area too, but then you also have these like radiation people. Bro, I'm about to catch cancer out here. Like, I'm chilling off that. Now, I do love this little spot. I'm a sucker for this little pond area, and I also love the water guys. I think they're just cute. But for the crystal side, I think I would give it a B. I would want to say A, but I think the previous place had better food or better fruits that were growing. The mobs were a little cuter, not as scary. Well, I don't know, you know, none of these are scary, but like, cancer raises, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't the Hulk. I'm not eating that shit up. Here we have the ancient ruins. Now, it is a really nice spot. I almost want to say B, but honestly, I can see it going down to a C. And that's not to say that it's a bad spot in the slightest. Like, all of these are pretty good spots. You know, I can complain about anything, but I don't have too many complaints about a lot of these spots. Now, the top section is a lot better than the bottom section. You got the water ponds and then just a better view overall. It's also really tedious because you have these blue doors that when you click a button, one door closes, another one opens. And that gets pretty tedious, especially if you don't have a jetpack. So like I said earlier, the jetpack is mandatory. And yeah, I don't know, it's just pretty tedious having to like go back and forth pushing buttons. So I think that's why I would drop it down to C, especially if I was faded. Coming over here, probably the only actual F spot, and that's not because it's a permanent F, it's only because there's two different times you can be here to where it's like a firestorm. I don't think that's the actual name of it, like a heat wave, but now we're in the glass desert. You take that portal where it had the yellow guys kind of all in a circle. You go through the teleporter, it takes you to the glass desert. I think this is like the only place I actually remember the name for. And unfortunately, I didn't record the whole place once it's like fully done. You kind of have to go through and like bring life back to the really dried areas, water these plants, and kind of bring life back. And I did do it on some of them. I didn't finish the whole thing, so this is kind of like not a full review. I have played the game before, and you pretty much have to water all those little, I don't really know, like the flowers. You gotta make them blossom with the thing in the middle, and it makes it a lot nicer. There's some really good, more rare fruit here, which I think I would be down to try, especially the faded. I know it doesn't get any better, not in a bad way, but there's nothing crazy that stands out. From what I can remember, maybe I'm wrong, and once I beat the game, maybe I'll make a part 2, because there are some areas I didn't record, which are, so in the game, you have neighbors, you help the neighbors out, and eventually they'll invite you over to like this like certain place that they own, and like it gives you a whole new area with some more missions to do. I might do a part 2 and include all that stuff. No promises, but you know, a possibility. So yeah, all in all, if there's a firestorm going on or a heat wave, whatever you call it, easy F tier. Not really up for debate. Maybe from afar, like extremely far away in some AC, watching it happen, probably does visually look pretty sick. Can't lie there. Then maybe it would be a B. Maybe it would be a B because it's just visually appealing. But up close and personal, I'm chilling on that. It makes it even worse is some of the slimes can start bringing down big ass meteorites like some Madara Uchiha. I'm not Naruto. I'm not blocking those. Fuck that. So that's all the sections. Real quick, as an actual like tier list ranking, I'd probably give it. Let me pull that map back up. That one actually had all the spots. So the glass desert, definitely easy F. But if everything's restored and like the water's running, everything's back to normal, then I could give it. It's gotta be pretty hot. I'd probably give it a B. And then coming over to the regular map, or not regular, because this, where the ranch is. Ranch, definitely an easy A. We got the nice cave, the nice pond. Can't go wrong with those. For the cave-ish area, like I said, I already forgot all the names. But the blue-purple area, I would definitely give, I think, definitely an easy B. You have some nice water areas. Some of the caves are pretty cool. I think it's the slimes that are the things that kind of bring it down. All of them are cute, but I'm not trying to catch cancer. I don't need the gamma rays. I'm chilling off that. Going over to the mossy area, easy S tier. I can see it going into A because it's just being a little generous, but now the food's nice, the slimes are cool, a lot of shade, nice areas all around. And for the ancient part, I would drop it down to a C. It could be in a B. But is it as good as the cave area, the previous place I gave a B? I think so. Honestly, I can flip a coin on that. I'm gonna go for C just to give the list a little bit of variety, but I could probably put it in a B. And that wraps it up for Slime Ranchers. If you have another game you have in mind you want to see a tier list on, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thank you for watching.